Hello, you are welcome to the maiden edition of our post podcast on ECN Studio. My name is Patrick Ngwok. We are going to take you around the game of sports entirely, especially discussing what has to do with football today. I am here with a sports analyst and a content creator, Emmanuel Moses. You are welcome.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. And it's a pleasure to sit right here with you and discuss sports and everything that revolves around Nigerian sports, most especially. And I welcome you all to the program.
Thank you. If we look at it, the president hosted the history-making Super Falcons. And many Nigerians have been wondering, what are the implications of the gifts that the president gave out to these girls?
As far as I'm concerned, I don't think there are any implications. I just think this is a step forward in our game. The president showed the ladies that they are valuable and a very good asset to the country. I heard when this president was speaking that he doesn't want to watch the match because of the anxiety that the final will bring. But when he now noticed that Falcons were 2 goals down, he had to just switch off the television, and so until they scored the penalty and everyone came and started telling him that we scored the penalty. So it's a very good sight to see, and I think this is a step forward. And also for the upcomings that are looking at playing the female football, this is a very huge motivation for them. At least they have a hope that this sport has something to give to them.
Thank you very much. And Nigerians need to know that we should always celebrate the Super Falcons, especially when it comes to women football, not only in Africa, in the world, because Super Falcons will remain the only team that have gone to all the female World Cup right from inception in 1991. It will also interest Nigerians to know we call the Super Eagles that they are the brand of Nigerian football. Most times I will always disagree with that because Super Eagles, it took them almost 40 years to get to the World Cup. But the female team, the Super Falcons, at the inception of the Female World Cup in 1999, they started going to the World Cup till date. They've only missed 2 Olympic Games and they got to the quarterfinal in the last edition. So we should encourage the girls, and we have to give kudos to the president for ensuring that these girls get $100,000. The $100,000 based on the market price should be 150, at least 160 million naira. And the governor of Kwara State gave them 10 million naira each.
I also had some big bigs in the Super Eagles contributed money.
More than about 25 million to them. And that is true. It's an encouragement. The technical crew were not left out.
Yes.
And many people don't know that Justin, who is their chief coach, has been an assistant. I think he assisted 3 or 4 coaches to the various AFCON tournaments. And he is coming there today, winning, and we saw his composure during the matches. It's a good thing. OON.
Yes.
I saw Chiamaka changing her status this morning, and she immediately added OON. So I think it's a thing of pride for them. They also have 3-bedroom flats at the Renewed Hope estate. I think Renewed Hope is around Gwaripa here in Abuja, and it makes it easy for them. But the issue now is, how soon will this come?
This brings back the memory of past athletes. There was a time I was reading online about a certain athlete that complained about this same gift given to her, that it was after 25 years that she had to collect a 3-bedroom flat. And that brings up the question, why? Why do we delay in fulfilling all these promises? I
think the bottom line is some of the athletes normally cause the problem. You ask me why.
Why?
I know that the people who won, I think the Super Eagles of '94, those who requested that they be given apartments in Lagos and Abuja, they are still occupying their places till today. Those of 1980 that were given buildings in Lagos, they were occupied it. I found out that some of the athletes, when they promise them, they will want the team to let them, they give them in their state of origin. So we say, give me in Abia State, give me in Imo State. It now becomes the jurisdiction of the state governor to look out for such, when they have such space for you. So it will take long. So those who requested in Abuja, I think some of them here in Lugbe, we have so many of them living in Lugbe Federal Housing. Even the eaglet of 2007 that were given accommodation at Prince and Princess, some of them are staying there. Some, those who doesn't want, they have disposed their own. So at least they have it. So we should look at it critically, and good enough. The president did not give them option. He mentioned where he wants the building to be situated, and that is the Renewed Hope Estate. So it makes it easier for them, and I don't think anybody can complain. The president will fulfill it at the right time.
You can catch all these stories and much more on www.exclusivenews.com. That is where we break the freshest news for you. You can check out the website and look at what we have there. Draws
for the new season, 2026 season, was held in Abuja, and the fixtures for the first matches has been drawn. And one most important thing that was discussed at the NPFL AGM was that you will no longer be allowed to sell your slot when you get promotion. How visible is that?
I think if there are stricter rules for this particular law, I think it's achievable, because why will you go to the NPFL and not have the resources to play it? I remember when Kun Khalifa gained promotion to the Premier League, so many people were speculating, Heartland will take up their space, blah, 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 Barclay KFC, This is how the game is. But I love the bold step by the NPFL. Don't reduce our league to nothing. You can't see Europeans doing that. When you are going for the league, you should have enough financial capacity to play at the highest level, and I think it's a very good one. And I back the Elegbele board, and I wish them all the best, and I wish this will become a fruitful process for them.
Thank you very much. And when we look at it critically, we'll find out that sale of slots, just like you said, it messed up the whole system. If you don't have the resources to back up, you don't aspire. It's only in Nigeria that you find out that teams will go to win promotion to NNL today from NLO, and they start aspiring to go to NPFL, and there are no structures. And this lack of structures is what is affecting our teams at the continent. That brings me down to the new season. We have Remo Stars, Abia Warriors, Rivers United going for the Champions League. Abia Warriors and Kwara United going for the Confederation Cup. Among the four teams, only one, maybe Remo, will play their matches at home. Abia Warriors will likely go to Uyo. Rivers United will go to Uyo. Kwara will either go to Remo, if, with question mark, if CAF allows Remo to use that stadium. But at the end of the day, every season, you see teams struggling to win, struggling to go to the continent. What are you going to do? That is the question. The structures are not there. The Omaya pitch, you can't even play a friendly match, international friendly match there. Now, the team haven't invested money. They are going to Uyo to play their matches. Rivers United, we have two big stadiums there. They can't put it to standard. But they are investing money on yearly basis to go to the continent. Some of them will circumvent the rules of the game to win, to get to the continent. What are you going to do? The structures are not there. We go there, we are knocked out in the first place. Now, you struggle from NNL, you get to NPFL, and you want to sell your slot, you want to make money. So why are you circumventing the rules? So I support Elembeleye, and they should go right away and ensure that our teams have good structures.
As much as we support them also, I would also like to point out something. And I know they are working around the clock to make it happen. We should improve the finance of the clubs.
How improve it?
I'm talking about the league body. How much will an NPFL team gain in a whole season? We are not talking about winning the league. As a participant in the NPFL, what is your benefit? Because these are the things clubs consider and look at what is even the benefit of playing this team. If at the end of the season, all my expenditure for the season is like 200 million, for example, and at the end of the day, let's say I didn't win the league, and what I'm saying is not even up to 20 million.
So where do you venture into it?
Like I said, an 18th, 17th position in the English Premier League is earning something that we are not even earning down here. Okay, let's not even go to the Premier League. Let's come to the South African League and the Egyptian League. Their league are flourishing because of the bonuses, the rights, the TV rights, whatever that is coming in. I think that is what is making people feel skeptical about playing the league. If you can improve the structure financially, what are teams benefiting for playing in the NPFL? I think if we can improve on that, then we are equally on the right path.
Yes, you are right, and we also have to give it to NPFL.
Yes.
They are making efforts to get that done.
Yes.
But I still have my quarrels. My quarrels still remain that the league is not yet what it should be for people to invest their money. I am an advocate of those who said that the government should hands off the league. What the government do, the state government, what they do with the clubs is nothing but propaganda. Yes, they use it to propagate themselves, to get the youths to their side during an election, and to use it to settle the boys. Our league is not being run the way it should be. Now, you may be surprised. Let me give you an example. Last season, a team had his board disbanded 3 days, and the coach dropped 3 days to the commencement of the league. You don't do that. Why do you even people talk of corruption in the league? It's because those who are running the league are there. They will call them the people who help the government to get to position, those who help them in one way or the other during the election, they will bring them in to hand over the team to them. Some of them don't even know the dimension of a football field. You hand over, and at the end of the day, they want to win. They will be throwing money all over because they are getting free money. But if clubs in Nigeria are properly run, the administrative aspect. There is there in the NPFL framework. The directors must be elected for a specific number of years. But here, what we have is appointment. And the NPFL is keeping quiet on it. If I'm elected to run a club for 5 years, I know I have solid 5 years to run the league, to run that club. My programs will be laid down and I will pursue them logically because I know I have 5 years. Somebody will call me today, you want to win the league. How? We start moving left, right, and center, doing things that are not conventional. But if I have 5 years, I plan for 5 years and I take it from there. That is how it should be. So until such a time when the NPFL leadership will have the guts to tell clubs, elect your leaders, elect your directors. It's there in their framework. I don't know why they are afraid to implement it. They should do it and let us enjoy NPFL in Nigeria. There is one funny incident that happened during the WAFCON in Morocco. At first, it was the Moroccans who came up to say that Ashley Pumphrey is not a Nigerian and she's not eligible to play. And Michel Alozie is also not eligible. That was 2 days. Few days to the final match. We all know that Ashley has been playing for Nigeria since 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And the grandfather is in Nigeria. Before he migrated to UK, where he married in Brighton and gave birth to the father. The father also married a Briton and gave birth to his lady. You are now telling us that she is not eligible to play. Are they querying FIFA that cleared the girl at the initial stage? Or the Moroccans are just bad losers?
I think this is just a cheap gimmick to unsettle the Falcons and maybe gain some social media outcry. Because I don't understand. Someone that has been playing for the Super Falcons for more than 2 years and all of a sudden, I don't know where they get their facts from. I don't know who is feeding them the lies. I don't know. But I think at least if you are coming up with a rumor or a story, you back it up with facts. If FIFA can accredit you that you are free and you are cleared to play for your country, why not? Okay, Tosin Adarabioyo is there. He's still looking forward to play for England. And if he chooses tomorrow to represent his Super Eagles, he is welcome. I don't know. You heard Michel Alozie. The name Alozie signifies Nigeria already. So why the fears about not qualified to play for?
I think the Moroccans, they were just bad losers.
Yes.
Because if you look at, I read something this morning where they were talking about the penalty that was disallowed. And I want to read out something for our viewers to take here. That if you look at, according to the latest IFAB handball rules of FIFA, if the ball touches a player's hand while the hand is vertical or parallel and behind the player's trunk, it will not count as penalty.
I must really commend the VAR also, because that day I had no exceptions. I don't even think they will even chalk up the foul, but I was so surprised. And after a second and third look, I was like, truly, the lady also wanted to remove her hand. It's not as if she struck out her hand to obstruct the ball. So I really gave it to the VAR and the referee also for changing her mind. Because at first sight, you say this is a penalty. So, but they had to review and check it again and also invite the referee to come and look at it. And in fact, that was the turning point for me as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you very much. And that turning point gave the Falcons that trophy for the 10th time. And it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy. We have to give it to them. And I think that whatever thing that Nigerians are giving those girls, they really deserve it. And we should also be looking at, one of these days, maybe one government or the present government should also look at those that are sacrificed for that team. For the past 10 edition, winning 10 out of 13. It's unprecedented. And if the Super Eagles or our male teams has been winning that way, Nigeria will be a world-class football nation. So we should give it to the women. Thank you very much, Iman.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming. We thank you very much for watching us today. We'll be back next week on ECN Studios. And today we have looked at very important issues, trending issues in Nigerian football. So ECN is located at Suite 10, New Jibeku Filling Station, just beside Living Faith Church, Wabolada, Abuja. So you are welcome.